Oh, trouble, car in the wall.
Zane Smith.
Keep it up, yellow's out here.
Yep, right front tire went down. You're exactly right, Clint.
Zane Smith brings out the first car. Importantly, among the open cars, that number 40 is 5th.
Uh-oh.
Trouble.
Wrecking hard, stay down.
Oh, there is the 66, Chandler Smith in the wall, hard. He was running 3rd.
NASCAR's done a lot of work in the front of these cars to make them softer, so they will crunch up a little bit, but either way, that's a big hit.
And there is Castro
no.
Neves. He was also involved.
That's 2 of your open cars.
He's got an off-track excursion there and rolls to a stop just shy of that safer barrier.
That one has a backup plan, though.
Yeah.
Ooh, not clear.
Yeah, and you see.
I think he was trying to get down and fill that gap there, Kevin. Just not clear.
Who was the second one? Clint.
The 7, I believe.
The 7
Justin
car.
Haley.
Yeah, and you saw the flames come out of Justin Haley. He saw Chandler Smith coming down the racetrack while he was clearly still underneath. And Haley knew that.
Yeah, he lifted, tried to stay out of it. He was way too up the side.
And it looked like
that's a big hit, Kevin.
Yeah, there's damage to several cars.
See,
right
all
there.
guy barely getting through there. Priest is
in the top lane, and Brad Keselowski was in the middle lane to block those guys as they were running. And that was a really aggressive block right there.
Slam as Suarez slams into Keselowski, and Bowman is a victim as well.
Oh. Well, the cars in the front of the pack there
really started before that.
They checked that lineup right there, and then it starts to, you see Daniel Suarez checked up, Alex Bowman got into the back of him, and it just that accordion, when they check up like that, you can't see. The further that you get back, it becomes harder and faster. To slow down, it's harder because things are happening so much faster.
It's just an aggressive block. You know, that plan was they had him staggered, and it really did slow that line up. When he tried to make the move to make the pass, wasn't there. Stacked them all up, the rest is history.
Great pusher behind him with a Ford of Chris Buescher, but he did a great job putting that car in the right position.
Eric Jones on the outside, Buescher the pusher, Cindric alone as Logano's in the middle now. Here they come to the stripe, and they're all crashing behind Austin Cindric, who I believe has beaten Eric Jones by inches.
LaJoy
What
made
the
it across
heck happened?
So LaJoy is in this race.
What a mess.
That's how
car actually change. You feel that RPM pick up, and your car moves around a lot more. Right now, we see that about a half a car length to a car length gap between every car.
Oh, sideways into the wall. Trying to get a number on that.
Cody Dennis in the 11, but a lot of cars involved. Sean Corr, the 8, left side of your screen.
Catherine Legg in the 23 was hard into that inside
There's
wall
Elio,
right there.
Elio spinning the bottom of your screen. Thad Moffitt.
Sean Corr.
So surprised to see that this early, when we just mentioned how much they looked like they were giving good space, good gaps, and the 11 just took off, got loose off of turn 4 there.
I was just about to mention Thad Moffitt. He's full-time this year. And then Catherine Legg, such an accomplished racer. Open wheel, sports cars, her
this
first
has taken out a
race.
lot of really strong cars in this race. This will change the dynamic.
Is that Cletus?
There's Elio Castroneves right there.
Maybe not a lot of damage to Elio's car. There's Big Willie Mullins' 3 car right there. Big Willie always runs well here. He had a runner-up finish here a few years ago.
We got a couple cars together right in the middle of the infield grass. Cars basically everywhere down the front stretch.
Yeah, Sean Corr there's Andy J. Look at all the damage to Andy J's car.
Well, he's going to try to make it down pit road and work on that car, see if he can continue.
Well, and that's important here, Jamie, with all the drivers that are out of the race. For those that are running for points, they're going to want to get these cars fixed up and limp them around to the finish of this race. But that's a long time to have to limp a car around Daytona.
Yeah, Thad Moffitt is one of those cars that is running full time.
All right, gentlemen, let's take a look at what happened here. What led to this?
Yeah,
Let's watch that 11 car. That's the first car that I saw sideways. He's right there, middle of your screen, behind Jake Finch in the 25.
Yeah, he just gets that little bit of run and tries to correct. He gets a little low, which that air on the left front fender got the car free. He corrected, and once he went up the track, that gap gets closed so fast.
And then hardly just anywhere for him to go. So many cars involved. What? There's Elio, right side of your screen, that blue number 82. He's going to get a piece of this. That's Dale Quarterly, the 4 car right there, sandwiching Andy J.
So many race cars taken out on lap number 5.
See Tim Richmond going down pit road doing a nice job avoiding this.
And you had just asked, Jamie, how different these cars are than trucks and Xfinity and Cup cars. No matter what you're driving, that transition, which is right where he hit, we go from 31 degrees down to 18 degrees almost instantly, and the car gets really light. So you have to be on guard, even when you're just riding. Sometimes the air hits the car just right, and it will step out like that.
We saw the same thing in the trucks last night. We saw single truck incidents coming off at turn 4.
He is back on the racetrack, running up in the top 16 right now. So good news for Elio Castroneves. That's a teammate to Butterbean.
Oh, no, same thing.
Sideways, coming off 4, same spot, hard into that inside wall once again. 4 cars involved. Looks like one will escape.
Yeah, that was a 70 of Amber Balkan. I don't know if she touched the apron and then shot her car up the racetrack.
You know, this track's got a lot of age on it now. It's 14 years that we've had this paving here, and it's starting to wear enough that handling is becoming an issue. In the Cup duels, we saw lane 3 come in, which we never see in a duel. Here, we've got Cletus McFarland with damage.
Yeah, Cletus and his teammate Kyle Steckley in the 29 also involved in this accident.
Of course, they're running together back there. Cletus making his ARCA debut. Guess he's a superstar on YouTube, like 4 million followers.
Yeah, he gets to have all the fun. Normally he's in a banged up, Crown Vic or something. This is a little bit different race car for him.
I don't think it'll refire. I think he's trying to refire it and it won't do it.
That's unfortunate. I saw him up on the spotter stand for the duels on Thursday night, trying to study and watching with the spotters, looking for those runs and how to take advantage of them.
He's trying to recycle
He's asking for that push to the pit stall.
So many, we talk about this. There's Amber Balkan's car again. This is where that incident started. Coming off turn 4. Let's see, Trevor, if she bounced off the apron or just got away from her. That's her, the white and red number 70, about 7th in line.
Yep. You saw that thing start to bounce up and down as soon as the left front touched the yellow line, and once it popped up a little bit, you get air under the car and lose front steering a little bit.
That yellow car going through the bottom of your screen right now, AJ Moyer did a great job avoiding that.
That could be a Reese's Sweet move right there. So close.
There it is. There, Cletus had absolutely nowhere to go, as well as Kyle Steckley. There's the yellow car of AJ Moyer going through the middle.
You guys mentioned the floating sensation. It looked like she once again was a victim of that. Car just got floaty.
Going to ride along with Cletus here.
Of a race is, if you're leading the race at Daytona, it's one of the easiest things in the world when you're single file. You're just cruising around, leading the line.
No.
Another
wreck. Amber Balkan
again.
Caution is out for the 3rd time.
Cletus McFarland got big damage this time.
Some big hits right there. Look at the back of that 70 of Amber Balkan. There's a 0-2 of Craig Bracken.
Gosh, hard to even see the number on Craig's car.
So the point I was just making is when you're in the front, it is just smooth sailing. When you're in mid-pack or to the back, it feels like you're at war. There's just stuff flying everywhere. And we see the carnage here on the track now.
Well, Cletus couldn't get it refired, but he avoided chaos in that last caution. And now it looks like he is going to be done. You see the 86 back there, Becca Monopoly.
Yeah, Cletus's bunch, Mark Rhett and his team got him back out. He was only 1 lap down. We only have 3 or 4 cars 1 lap down, so there would have been a good chance for him to get the free pass and get back on the lead lap. But big hit there too for Craig Bracken. Craig Bracken actually works for Technique, which builds the next gen Cup cars.
I saw Takuma Koga in the 12 car from Nyoga, Japan.
See, Craig has taken his helmet off.
That was a big hit. Look at the damage on the front end of that race car.
That's another thing, Trevor. We talk about all these short track racers from all over the country getting their opportunity to race here. And obviously you can have some big hits on short tracks, on a quarter-mile racetrack, but when you hit something at 170 or 80 miles an hour, it's jarring. There's Becca right there. Good to see her out of her car. She's won 20 championships running trucks in and around Florida.
That left front took a big hit.
These
that
smaller
tire
teams
folded up underneath.
It's a lot for them. They can't just bounce back so easily after hits like this.
See Craig climbing out of the car just
That's
before the ambulance pulled in behind it.
Well, that was a good sign to see him getting out of that race car.
This is going to be towards the back of the pack, I believe. You see, there's Amber. She makes contact with another car. And then, man, hard. That was Cletus that came along with nowhere to go. And Cletus slid up into the outs. Ooh, what a hard hit.
Yeah, so Amber, I mean, she was hit 3 or 4 times there.
Scott, the top 4.
Jake Finch has a good pusher behind him now, and Butterbean Queen in that 28 car, black and red car. Jason Kitts,
got another wreck.
Didn't even take the green.
Caution out once again. Brayton Laster in the 0.
Brayton was one of the cars that was still on the lead lap. I think he didn't have any damage prior to this, but.
And because of the points and the way that they set the lineup today, he made it in the field, and he was in tears that they made it.
That's
now,
a significant amount of damage to not be all the way up to speed yet. I haven't seen the replay of what happened here yet. I wasn't looking at that area of the track.
They call him the pizza man. He loves pizza, and his helmet usually has pepperoni all over it. It looks like it is, yeah.
The pizza man, he likes to eat it. Andy J likes to deliver it. So those two can
get together, maybe.
I think they might have already got together from somewhere here.
There's chances high.
Yeah, right.
See the window net down. That's a good sign. We just can't.
Very different from what Elio Castroneves is doing right now. Woo!
See that movement? Oh no, we're on the apron. See if he can hang on to it.
Scott Melton was leading. He got squirrely on the bottom, then up top.
He caught Elio.
Elio stayed off the wall. He's got that right front damage, and saw the splitter get some damage coming back on the apron.
When he came down on the apron, yeah, sure did. Probably more damage now than he had that initial time.
And I'm sure that bumper bar was already softened from going through the grass. We see it really pushed up now. He'll start to lose the nose more if they can't get that push back down.
Yeah, he'll be able to stay on the racetrack and get to pit road and make some repairs, but could be terminal for Scott Melton.
And we saw Melton stay out. That's one of those cars that was on older tires that maintained the lead for a little while, and obviously harder to drive on those worn tires.
So caution is out there for the 5th time here in the ARCA Menard series. There's damage the right rear area for Elio Castroneves.
This can be your year, and he said he's really excited and really feels good about it and doing an outstanding job today.
Andres.
Oh, no.
Isabella Robusto outside wall. She gets around Corey Day into her. Schofield goes around. Wallace Allen, her teammate.
Wow.
He's around.
And when we're within a lap, maybe 2 of a mid-race break, I'm not sure that maybe there was contact from the 48 of Schofield.
Like Jeff Schofield pushed the back bumper of Isabella, and that's where we see those cars move the most. They're the most unloaded down that backstretch where they're sitting flat, no banking, and just turns these cars around. So
and
hate
why
to
are
see
we pushing?
that.
Why
exactly.
are we pushing, Trevor?
Exactly. I mean, at this point, you know, as I said, if I'm a spotter crew chief, I'm saying do not get close to the rear bumper of another car until we're within a lap of the finish of this thing.
Not the way Isabella wanted to see her day. But perhaps they can get it fixed up here. Have to see how bad that damage truly is. Quite a bit there on the left side.
Yeah, Talladega. I just want to give a shout out to my boy Squirrel McNutt for coming out here supporting me and looking forward to Dega.
Did you fly Consuelo down here?
Yeah, you can see it from right here.
Sideways. Tim Richmond goes around. Hang on to it. Jake Finch.
2 separate incidents there on that stack up.
Finch hard into the wall. A lot of contact for him. The caution is out for the 7th time.
7 cautions.
too many.
That's tough, you know.
Big impact. Tim Richmond looks like he got some flat tires before he made impact, so he got stopped.
It looked like the car just got away from Tim. Not sure exactly whether there may have been some contact.
I think it's
Jake.
just that stack up. To
Yeah.
Cletus's point here, everybody stacks up and then they start moving around, and then you get 3 or 4 separate incidents at one time.
Oh, that guy's got a Cletus shirt on. Nice. When you watch Cup, they're just
two
so
totally
aligned.
separate
Totally
incidents
separate, yeah.
at the same
without
time.
a doubt. Looks like LeVar Scott maybe was in the back pushing Jake Finch, and that's what turned Jake around.
He was able to push him. Honeycutt was able to push Rhodes down the back straightaway and slip him, right? Slip him to the inside. Oh, he's
Kate
gonna spin.
Honeycutt goes around. Was just battling for the lead, now hard into the inside wall. Caution comes out for the first time.
Man, I just felt like they were racing so aggressive so early. There's a lot of, moving around in the front of the pack, right? When you're further back, there's not much you can do. But those first lead 4 cars, they were making moves.
Middle fire, get rolling. Here we go. We're rolling.
Let's see what happened here coming off of turn 4.
Watch the lead truck here, 45.
You're going to see the 38 get to the back bumper of the 45 just a little. Oh, got a little bit loose right there. It looked like it hit. There's some bumps coming off of turn 4 right there, and sometimes it'll just get the truck loose, or if you touch that splitter just barely on the apron, it'll make that truck come around. It's fun to see those guys behind you when you know they're not moving.
Look at that. Our pylon just lit up blue.
Oh, yeah,
where all the
spinning.
boards are spinning around the number 5. That's Tony
off the fence.
Breidinger. She gets it. Thought she had a chance to save it.
Caution's out. Try to get coming down. pit road.
Caution is out for the second time.
And Tony's got 4 flat tires right there. I don't believe the left side is completely detrimental to her night. I'd have to see it again.
It's nice she was able to bring it down pit road right away, bring it into her pit box. As we take a look at what happened.
We see turn 4 again. Gets a little loose.
Same thing. And turn 4 to me was always one of those corners that you had to anticipate where your truck was going to be. I felt like I always needed to start having a little bit of wheel unloaded out of the truck. If you got to that part of the corner where you needed to, the banking started to flatten out, I always felt like I needed to have the wheel unwound right there, or the truck would snap the back around if I had the front tires turned too far. I always felt like I needed to do with that vehicle to make the right moves happen.
That goes back to what we talked about before the race started with rookies. Make the moves, right? Do something. Oh, we got them wrecking back here.
That's the 18, Tyler Ankrum. Caution is out. We do have a truck around right behind him.
Yeah, that was Dawson Sutton right behind him on the apron. It looks like some sort of engine trouble or oil line loops or something with the 18.
Our 5th caution of the evening.
Didn't pop out a gear or anything, just blew up.
Yeah, don't think the truck behind him of Sutton got tore up. It looked like he just spun around. And the 18 truck of Ankrum is done.
There's Ankrum, bottom of your screen, and Sutton right behind him. Oh, right there.
Yep. Oh, man.
Sutton just got caught up, slipped out the oil on the track.
Yeah, I wonder if he just made a quick move and that kind of got the truck upset, or maybe he got in the oil there.
Yeah, I bet.
Do some goofy strategy. Here's the goofy strategy. Now here's where I'm talking about where they're going to make speed. See how they're catching Parker Kligerman in front of them. Oh, and here's a caution. This is what's going to screw the whole thing up.
I was just going to say their plan worked out until now. Greenfield hardened to the inside wall. That'll bring out our 6th caution of the night. So all the Chevrolets pitted, all the Toyotas pitted, Ford's still out there.
And this is the risk for the Fords. They were trying to make time and get ahead so much, and after they make their green flag pit stop, they're battling it out just between themselves. But if their caution comes out like it just did, now they have to pit. All the other trucks have already pitted and are still on the lead lap. They're in trouble.
Here's what happened to Clay Greenfield That 95 truck, the yellow one.
Turn 4 again. And
third time tonight.
Yeah, and the way that those trucks and all the cars go over that section of the corner, we've talked about it all night. They just get free right there, and sometimes they get tight and you wind up with wheel, but then it snaps. So that loose condition has definitely popped up several times tonight.
Caution is out for the 7th time at Daytona. You saw it in side-by-side, multiple trucks involved. Looked like it all started with Jack Wood. He got into the outside wall, and it was truck after truck. A lot of damage. You see it right there. Huge hit, though, for Raja Karuth. Tony Breidinger involved in her second incident.
You see that we're trying to see where exactly this all started right here. Yeah. What'd you see there, Joseph?
Trouble. I think there's a checkup early ahead of them when the 11. Let's watch that back one more time. Yeah, it's already kind of started there. Back to that aerial view, the 11 gets to the outside of the truck that was in front of him. He didn't mean to, and I think he lifted here, right here. The 19 and the 11, right here. I think they see how he gets up next to him. It doesn't mean to. It kind of checks up everything back here, and then it kind of pushes the 91 a little bit sideways to where Ben Rhodes gets to his outside a little bit and gets the timing off and just clips him in the corner of his bumper, and that just sets off a chain reaction of just trucks getting destroyed.
Yeah, and the further that you get back, when those trucks check up in the front of that line right there, and then all of a sudden the trucks that are 2 or 3 behind you don't see anything happening, and they keep shoving you, and you're trying to let off, and you get into the outside like we saw Ben Rhodes do into the right rear quarter panel there, and it just sets this wreck off.
Here comes the run for Johnny Sauter. If he could hang on to his truck.
He's got his teammates behind him. Ben Rhodes goes up, gets into the trucks on the outside. Ben Rhodes goes around. Sauter goes around. Parker Kligerman out front. Corey Heim behind him. They're wrecking behind him. Lane Riggs goes around. More trucks wreck. Caution light is out.
Clear down. I got him wrecking off of 4.
Parker Kligerman. From the overhead shot and see where it all started here.
Well, you see they're obviously 3 wide off of turn 2, and as they head down the backstretch, Parker in the top lane right there. You see the 66 of Sauter and the trucks behind him start to get kind of all over the place, and then they finally got each other out of control in the bottom lane and shot him up the racetrack into the 66, and that kind of turned it all into a mess.
Yeah, I really thought down the back straightaway there, that top lane with Johnny Sauter had the gap to Parker. He was out there pretty far, had the push coming to him. That was going to be the run that was going to take the lead right here down the back straightaway. I thought that run right there, he was going to clear to 99. He was going to be able to get underneath him, but the push wasn't clean, and that's really what changed everything. And all the other pushes weren't clean either. It ended up being a disaster.
Well, when you get to the end of these races, you just push until something happens, and that's what happened right there. You just have the biggest pushes that you've had all night. But this is also the reason that you want to be the leader.
Yeah, you see he's offset. Now he got centered back up right there. It's that they got checked up in front of him, and Jesse Love doesn't know that at that moment. You're trying to get to the back bumper and give a push. And listen, it's lap 5, lap 6 of the race. You're kind of then starting to get a little bit more aggressive. You want to get your lane to go forward. And he just got into the back of Brandon, and you see turned him into the outside wall. Got Carson Quapple as well. A lot of the rookies got caught up in this. I think
Daniel Dye.
Yeah,
this collected a lot of rookies. It looked like Connor Zilic maybe got away with it, having just put 4 tires on, little front end damage. But this is the thing that you'll hear a lot of the spotters talk about as well, is that they'll give you the distance in front of you with the car that's in front to the back, basically trying to give you the idea that you can't push that car in front of you. But this checkup happened so quick, I don't think he could react.
And Parker, it looks like it starts actually with Justin Allgaier on the front row. He got a little loose and checks up, and then just like as you're on the interstate, you get 4 or 5 rows back, it's magnified, and that's when someone ends up getting turned. The savior of this kind of checking up right there as the draft is working.
Toyota's trying to mount a charge in that low lane. Oh! And there goes Nick Sanchez, 48 into the wall.
Very similar to what we saw in the first race. As they're checking up, you can see all. I was just going to say, like, every time you see a car squirm, it's because there's a little bit of impact from behind.
It's really tough to get slowed up and not lock up those tires, but they all do a great job.
Yeah, Sam Mayer did an exceptional job right there digging down to pit road on the outside.
Dylan.
And it was big for Ryan Sieg in that first pit box as we got a crash in the infield. Big for Sieg to get all the way to the left, being that first pit box, so nobody came to the inside of him as he tried to pull into his marks. Sheldon Creed in as well, fuel only
as
for
we
him.
Can see on our screen. Yeah, the blue and white. Oh, he is going way too fast.
Not even close. Like, not even close to hitting this break. I don't know how he could have missed it by that far. That's unbelievable.
Pit road speed is 55 miles an hour. I mean, he's going double that.
You got to feel so bad for Balicki too, because he's going pit road speed,
and he caught a little bit of Ryan Truex, that right rear fender.
Yeah,
so
look at that damage.
Damage control on that as well, and that's not missing your braking point. That is just completely missing.
Maybe he lost brakes. Like, you don't know. Maybe he got on the brakes there. It looks like he had no brakes.
There was like nothing happening.
Yeah, maybe he just had no control over his car.
Because that Sunoco sign off turn 4, that's a great reference for people. As you come off of turn 4, you use that and start to encroach on the.
It's weird. I can see the brakes locked up if you look at the top of the screen. So it's you just watch Justin Allgaier in the 7 car in the middle of the pack. He turns Justin.
That's Justin Bonsignor. Out of shape, and we're under caution again. Oh, Anthony Alfredo in it. Made it to 8 laps to go.
Yeah, I mean, it was getting aggressive. I was just going to point out that you can see Justin making that middle work. Have a run on Jesse Love, getting down into turn 3.
Connor Zilic into the wall. Caution is out. A half a lap from the white flag, and we'll go to overtime.
Eckes is in that.
4 is Parker Retzloff. William Sawalich in the 18.
You see them wiggling right there. Taylor Gray trying to hang on to it. They're wrecking.
Crash. And it happened right as Jesse Love was looking at the white flag. The question becomes, did the caution come out before Jesse Love got the white? And of course, it has
look at all those cars.
With the flag, it's about pushing the button.
Wow.
We just got word that Jesse Love did get the white.
6th place in the 48.
I think that's the benefactor. Oh, we got it. Denny's around.
Denny Hamlin, and
Zane
around
Smith.
goes Zane Smith. And we're going to be under caution. Oh, Josh Berry in the wall for the Wood Brothers.
Is just at the end of that stack up and checks up and gets hit from behind.
Yep.
From the 38.
Almost had it saved.
And you saw Zane Smith hit the door of the 2-car right there and spin out.
Something happened with a shift or something. Stack that outside lineup and they're wrecking.
Oh, crash. Ross Chastain, Castroneves, and others.
To see how the power, obviously everybody's going by, starts stacking them up one by one all the way back. Accordion effect happens. Then Chastain gets turned up into Elio.
Yep, John Hunter Nemechek got the corner of Chastain, which went up and into the wall. Late
on
by
that block.
Stenhouse.
He's still trying. He's up.
Trying to squeeze it, couldn't do it. Into the wall goes Logano. And with him goes Blaney and Gregson and Chase Elliott.
Got a little greedy there, Kevin.
And Logano's against the wall in the short chute between turn 4 and the start-finish line. Just trying to make it back, and it won't steer.
We're going to watch the 22 car start to get, he's not giving up on trying to get this position, and they just all run out of room right there, Clint.
Kyle Busch got knocked to the inside as well as those cars that crashed into the outside.
I did not see him.
Joey's going to be very frustrated with that, with Stenhouse, obviously, but a little bit of patience. I think as fast as his car was, he was going to have another shot at that. Door to door with my teammate Hamlin and Bell for this front.
There he gets Bell into the wall.
Off of the front
of Custer, and up in the air goes Ryan Preece, and for the second time in his career, he is flipping at Daytona. Good grief.
Off the front bumper, we were talking about a lap before.
Ryan Preece, a couple of years ago here, flipped down the backstretch after getting caught in the grass. There is Christopher Bell with the window net down.
Watch this thing off the bumper at Cole Custer. It just continues to get worse and worse as they come down through this straightaway. Starts there, starts dancing around across the front bumper. Some more here, gets crossed up. Rest is history. There it goes. Now watch the 60 car, Preece. Bam!
Yeah, you saw the...
Gets up on the... That's wild. I've never seen a car do that.
Oh.
He pushes on both sides. Custer goes to the outside.
And they crash. Hamlin gets turned into the wall.
Oh my gosh. Still green.
Trying to let the leaders race back. Here